shit shaking. Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm back again with another video, and today's video, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really have a video topic picked out for today, but honestly I was just feeling like talking some shit, and what I was most thinking about earlier today was social media, because I have no social media. As you can see from my first few videos, I have no socials attached to my YouTube at all. I mean, you could kind of consider YouTube as a social media platform, but you can't really directly interact with people like that at all. I haven't really been in the social media space for a while. No TikTok, no Instagram. Like, people come up to me and ask me like, oh, what's your social? I'm like, I don't got none, because I really and truly don't. It's just something that I found that my life has been better ever since I got rid of it. I just wanted to come on here and share some of my experiences. I'm not saying you should ditch social media. I'm not saying that you should get rid of it, because some people make their livelihood off social media. In time, I'm gonna make my livelihood off of social media. I'm gonna continue manifesting it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So I first had social media when I was in middle school, I would say. I started out with Snapchat, honestly, and then I had Kick as well too, if y'all remember what Kick is. Not the streaming Kick now, but the Kick messaging app. And then over the years, I finally got an Instagram. I never really messed with Twitter, Facebook, or nothing like that. Snapchat was very damaging for me as a child. When you think about it like this, the way Snapchat is formulated, people are posting their day throughout the day, and you just sitting there kind of just like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? You have your friends, they go out to these events. I know this is how I felt. I'm at least speaking from my experience. You have friends going out to these events, going out to these games, going out here, going out there, drinking, smoking, having fun with girls, woo, and then you kind of just like, what am I doing? Like, I'm literally sitting here curled up in a ball under my damn bed watching reruns of like Saints Row, whatever the case is, not really doing nothing really for myself. I'm just a kid. Keep in mind, I'm literally like 15, 12, 13 at the time. What else is a 13, 15-year-old really doing with their life? At this point in time for me, it was like super important. I just felt like the worst, absolute most loserest nigga in the entire world, because I don't really have friends like that growing up. I kind of grew up in like an interesting situation where like, I'll talk about that in another video probably, but just know it was just me. I didn't really have people like that. I never really had like niggas or anything like that. I really didn't have a lot those experiences a lot of people had. Transitioning that into Instagram, I usually just posted shoes. I was really like trying to catch a wave off of Instagram, off of shoes for a minute. I would literally go on YouTube and type up like how to get more Instagram followers, and I'd spend hours and hours like liking everybody's. Instagram was really different at the time. I don't know how it is now, but I guess it would be like what an explore page was, and you would literally type in something and just scroll, and you just like and scroll and like and scroll. And I do that shit for hours, and it built up some followers, nothing crazy, maybe like 200 followers. It was just brainless. I was doing my best to try to build up this like following of people that have no idea who the fuck I am. I don't know why I did it, but I was really just trying to impress my peers, because some of my peers had like 600, 700, 800 followers, and I'm just here sitting on like 50. I was kind of late anyway too when Instagram like started popping off. Overall, just the whole experience itself, the social media has really just made me feel less about myself, and it made me try to be something that I'm not. Snapchat made me feel like I wasn't really valuable in life. It made me feel like I wasn't really doing what I should be doing, like my peers are so far ahead of me. It just made me feel worthless, like I'm just not worthy of being hung out with, or I'm not worthy of having friends and everything like that. It was really fucked up my mental. Going from like elementary to middle school, really, you don't really think anything is wrong with you. You're still in that phase where it's just like everything is bubblegum and roses. But once you go from like elementary to high school and middle school, you kind of really start to try to see the cliques form, and at the same time you kind of try to figure out who you want to actually be in life. There's so many instances where, I know I'm going off on a tangent a little bit, but there's so many instances where I would literally go from elementary to middle school, or middle school to high school, and people that was like this to me became complete strangers. We're all just trying to kind of figure out what we're doing in this life, who we are, what our purpose is, everything like that. So we really get caught up in this whole, oh, who do I look good with around, or How is me hanging out with this person gonna make me look to other people and everything like that? So you just really get caught up in that, and then social media just really accelerated that. Aside from the Snapchat thing, like Instagram too, like I didn't go nowhere, bro. Like I did not go nowhere. I had my family trips to Jamaica every summer. It's not like I was taking pictures. My self-esteem was always in the fucking dirt. Like I never really thought I was photogenic, or I didn't really know how to dress like that. All I wore was Nike in middle school and high school, really. It's just Nike and everything like that. Me taking pictures on Instagram just always looked kind of weird or goofy to me. It just was really fueled, aside from my own self-demons, like seeing how other people would present themselves on Instagram as going here, taking this picture, looking gorgeous, or looking super buff, or having this group of people around them, these friends, these football teams, all this stuff. It just really like made me think like less of a person, especially in high school. Like your mental health is super, super important. And mental health in general is super, super important. But in high school, when you're really trying to find out who you are, it is so important to make sure that you're in good spirits. I've seen like a trickle effect with so many people, including myself, when your mental in high school is fucked up and how that just kind of bleeds itself into adulthood. It wasn't really good for me, bro. And I think I see that with a lot of kids too, trying to either be something they're not, or trying to feel like they have to live up to something that they either don't need to live up to because the person that they're trying to live up to isn't living that way at all, or they're just trying to be something that they're not. All that to say, those are really the reasons why I had ditched social media. I was lucky enough to kind of realize how it made me feel inside, like in my mind. It just made me feel like a fake person. It just made me feel less of myself, and I didn't really need a catalyst to feel less of myself than I already did at the time, because I already felt like something was missing with me. I finally ditched social media maybe the year before I dropped out of high school. So I dropped out of high school my sophomore year, so probably like sometime my freshman year is when I ditched social media, and I never really looked back. It just never really something I felt like I needed after that. Seeing how social media is then transitioning to now, it still seems like those same problems are affecting not only the youth, but just affecting adults. Like there's so much pressure. Like I'm gonna just talk to my niggas here for a second. So any females watching, there's a lot of pressure on girls to live up to a certain beauty standard. There's a lot of pressure on guys to live up to a certain livelihood standard. You see so many people on the internet trying to act tough, trying to flex fake designer shit, fake gold, fake jewelry. Just people trying to, scammers and shit. Just people trying to make it seem like there's something that they're not, and it's all for the purpose of appealing to everybody else. And that's the business that I'm not in right now. Like I said, I'm living good, I'm chilling right now, but I'm never gonna be in the business of trying to look like something I'm not. It's not worth it, you know what I mean? Like, it does you no good to try to keep up with all this stuff. Man, it's such a tricky slope, because it does so good for the world, being able to connect and give people opportunities, and you've seen people make their livelihoods on social media, but at the same time, it's just so damaging to the brain, like, your attention span, the way you think about certain things, the way you perceive certain things. It's just like, it's really taken effect on everybody in society. And I feel like the more and more that you continue to immerse yourself into social media, I feel like the more and more of the rabbit brain you have. It's like that one video on YouTube with like the rat race, where everyone's doing the rat race, the little 9-to-5 thing. It's like that situation, except you replace it with everyone trying to run around to prestige or the status or the image of being rich and successful, everything like that. At the same time, people really know that the people who are really, really rich and really, really successful don't even need to like really show it. Yeah, but today everything will change, kind of. Today I actually am going to be creating an Instagram account. Instagram will be my only social platform until I get more traction, and we'll do the TikTok. But for now, it's just gonna be Instagram. I'm just gonna use this as a way to connect with people. I don't bother reading YouTube comments all that too much, because there's a lot of fuckery that be going on. One, for the image too, because it does help with the image, especially, I'm trying to get them trying to get them sponsors in the future. I know I'm like the smallest of creators on this platform for now, at least, but I do think it's important to establish some sort of communication with the people who will find my channel, the people who do want to support me in any way. So yeah, this will literally be like my first time in social media in a long ass time. So down below, I'm gonna link my social, my Instagram. I'm gonna link my social. You can follow me at this tag or whatever, because I don't know what I'm gonna name it yet. So you could just, I'll throw it up here when I figure out the name. And yeah, but that's just me, just like a little personal experience of how social media has affected me personally and why I ditched it. I think it's something you should try to, unless it's someone that's making you bread and, you know, go crazy. If not, something that you should take into consideration, just to put it down for a week or two and just really trust me when I say feel the difference and how it makes you feel. Just try it out, see if it works for you. If not, then fuck me, I guess. With that said, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stayed throughout. And if you did, I really, really appreciate you. I'm trying my best to build this platform. It's what I know it will be in the future. Like I said, I just appreciate the fuck out y'all. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm hungry. I'm not hungry. I'm tired, kind of. This is like my third video I recorded today. I appreciate y'all for staying this long. Let me know if there's anything else y'all like me to talk about. I just get my 2 cents on. And yeah, without further ado, that was the end. Deuces.